Welcome to this week's webinar, and I will give you feedback for the third week of the 21-day healing program. And yes, you made it through the whole process, so congratulations to all of you. I know that there might be some people that still have a few days left if you just had a small pause in there, but I think that you all made it through the whole process. So great congratulations to all of you. And from all the emails and from the comments in the Facebook group, I can see that this 21-day healing has been a great transformation for you, which I'm of course very happy about. And this transformation will of course continue. The energies that have been working on you and your energy systems will continue to work with you after this process as well. And I will be talking about that towards the end of this live webinar. As usual, I will go through what we have been working on during this last week, me and your teams. And also I will read some of the emails and Facebook comments from all the participants, that have written in, and what you have experienced this last week, and answer some of your questions. And also I will go through what to do after this program, because that's very important as well, of course, because life continues, right? And now that we've done these 3 weeks, and there is a life after the 21-day healing program, and I will give you some tips on what to do and what to think about after this program, because that's very important. But first of all, what have we been working on this past week? Me and your teams. The first day of the third week started with this rebooting your energy system, and we were laying new ground for the new to establish itself in you. So as I was telling you in the last webinar, we did this sort of like Control-Alt-Delete kind of thing. We were turning down your energy system. It's like pushing the off button, like on a light switch or something. It's just very quickly, like a nanosecond or less than that. We're just turning it off and putting it on again. And that's when we're doing that, we are eliminating things that is not beneficial for you for the next step. So it can be like different debris it can be from past lifetimes, or it can be certain things that are not beneficial for you in your energy system. So when we're doing this switching off your energy system, very briefly, we're just getting your energy system down to 0 in a way. It's almost like a small death, actually. It can sound very scary, but it's not, of course. It's just dying like a nanosecond. So that was the first day for the third week, and then we were working with 4 upgrades this last week. We were upgrading with different frequencies. So day 16 and 17, we did these upgrades with new high frequencies. So basically, we were just transmitting these very high frequencies to your energy systems. And of course, as you are individuals and your needs are different from each other, so we were working with different energies. They're all of very high frequency, but they may differ from person to person, because we cannot just overflow you with very high frequencies that you cannot handle, because you are all on different levels, so to speak. So we were doing these upgrades, and also in between the upgrades, we were doing this integration process that is very important. So we were integrating the new high frequencies and doing a balancing and grounding on day 18. So we were working on establishing the frequencies in the body by spreading it to all the cells. It's like working a dough almost, you know. I don't eat bread anymore, but you know, working with the frequencies to really go into the cells, leading the frequencies into the cells. So that's what we were doing in this integrational process. And also to get the energies even, you know, get them even throughout the whole body, because sometimes, you know, they go to the easiest way to go there. If there's no blockages somewhere, it's like your left arm or left hand or something, you have no blockages here, then all the energies go there, all the frequencies go there, because there's no block going that path. But what we would like to do, of course, is to get these energies even throughout the whole body. So we had to work them as a dough, working a dough, and to get them balanced throughout your whole body. And also, as I said, getting very connected to the earth, because when we're doing these upgrades, we have to also in between make sure that you are connected to the ground, because otherwise you will, you know, just slip off the earth. Not really, but almost, because you're going so high. You also have to be very, very anchored into the earth. Otherwise, that's not a problem, but it could be like if you're not knowing what you're doing and you're just receiving these high frequencies, your system could collapse in a way. But it's no risk when I do this, of course, but it can be like an overload of all the upgrades and all the high frequencies, just like a short circuit kind of thing. So it's really important that you are grounded as well. I think I dropped something. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. So that was day 18. And then we did the upgrades again, 2 days in a row. And I don't know if I've gotten any comments if you experienced the upgrades in a different way from day to day. Probably you did. But I don't remember if anybody commented on that in any way. And then the last day, we did this integration process again, a little bit of different way. We're doing the working in the frequencies in the body, in the energy system, as I told you before, and also balancing. But then also this process of consolidating the new. It's like setting, telling the energy systems like, this is the new. This is the new you. This is the new energy system that we will work with from today. So it's like putting this, I don't know how to explain this, but it's like setting a new ground for you. Like this is it right now, and don't go back. So there's no risk of going like back and lose all of this. It's you're now up on a higher level than you started, if you want to see it like that. Like it's not better than before, but it's on a different level, on a high frequency level. So we were just consolidating that new level. So that was the whole third week. And yeah, about the emails and some comments from the Facebook group. Yeah, there was a question, yeah, actually about this that I was talking about just now. There were 2 people that are doing, I think there are a couple that are doing this 21-day healing program together. And he said that we have both been feeling quite different and so much better for doing this. It's almost been a life changer. However, we had to go to London overnight at the weekend for a training workshop on Sunday. The energies were horrible, and we both felt very ill and very sick and ungrounded when we arrived. We have both been feeling low and depressed since we came back, and are worried that we have lost all the benefits we gained. And today we are both particularly low. Any thoughts apart from not going to London again? I just canceled the trip to London actually just today. I was supposed to go to London in the beginning of November, but I just realized that so many high frequencies right now, so I cannot handle going there because sometimes my energy system is very sensitive as well. So I know that there were some people answering that, your question, and Annette did as well, my assistant. I just want to comment that as well. You said that before you, if I understand this right, the energies were horrible. We both felt sick and ungrounded when we arrived, and that can also be you were in the middle of the process. So of course you can go places and you can do things, but sometimes you are in this process and there's a lot of things going on, you know, with all the energies, and you probably had done some of the upgrades. I'm not sure if you had done the upgrades or if well, I'm not sure, it doesn't say here, but it was a training workshop on Sunday, so yeah, that it didn't start, the upgrades didn't start back then. Okay, but anyway, you were in this process, and it's quite normal to feel, you know, ungrounded. The process is not set yet. You're not, you know, balanced in that way because it's ongoing. And as some people were saying in the Facebook group, that grounding is very important. So I just want to agree on that. Grounding is very important. And for me, what really helps, because this is sometimes something that I also experience going to Stockholm, which is quite a big city. It's not as big as London, but there's a lot of people there, and it's really getting super crowded. And since I live on the countryside, for me, it's a huge thing going there, and I go there quite often because I'm from there. I have my whole family there, so I go to Stockholm quite often. And sometimes I experience a similar thing as you did, and sometimes I'm not. But of course, that differs. It's different for me because sometimes I'm very balanced, and sometimes I'm not very balanced, and then when I go to Stockholm, it's quite difficult for me. So I think that was the thing that was for you. You were not really in balance. You were kind of not out of balance, but not really like in super balance when you went there. So that's probably why. So grounding is really important. And I would expand that a little bit because grounding for me is just not, you know, feeling the earth underneath and doing these different processes, you know, feeling the energy from the earth and going barefoot, and it's really working, yes, but it's also just being in nature, because when you go out in nature, you come back to this natural flow of divine energy, because the divine energy flows naturally in nature. It doesn't really stop anywhere. Of course, if there's like a broken tree, or if there's a branch, you know, hanging somewhere, of course there's a block. You can call it like a block in the tree as well. But for most of it, the energy flow of the divine is natural in nature. Despite from certain things, of course, pollution and things like that, it used to be so much better, but that is where you can find this divine flow, this divine energy flowing naturally on earth. That's out in nature, in the woods, by the ocean, whatever. So I don't know how you live, but please just go out in nature, hug a tree. That's, I mean, you probably already do that, but really to feel this God energy that is within nature, because we are not feeling that energy when we are in a city, in a big city, or when we are, it depends on how we live, but when we are inside of our houses, for example, or in the apartments where we live, we don't really feel that flow if we don't connect with it consciously. So it's so much easier when you go out in nature. So that's what I wanted to tell you about the grounding, and go out in nature as well. And of course, sometimes when you go to places and the energy is horrible, you have to cleanse your energy system when you go back, or if you can do it right away, go into the bathroom and just cleanse your energy system. And of course, there are many different methods you can use. I know that some people use sage as cleaning out from different, cleansing a room, for example. I'm not really a fan of sage, actually. I think that's old school. My experience, and from what I see energy-wise, what you do with the sage is that for example, if you're trying to cleanse the energy in a corner of a room, for example, that's quite common to do that. You use a feather or something like this shamanistic rituals. You're using a feather, you're burning the sage, and you're cleansing the energy in a corner. But what you actually do is that you're cleansing the corner, but you're putting the energy out in the room. So what the second stage is, and that's what people are missing. What the second stage is that you have to do is also you have to clean the room, and you cannot use sage in that kind of way. This is my opinion. You can, if you really love sage and use it, please do. But I just want to mention and share with you what I see energy-wise when using sage. So what you have to do, sometimes I use sage like in corners, and but I usually don't. But if you do that, you can use like crystals, for example, like selenite, to get the bad energy, so to speak, out from the room. What I usually do is that I work with healing. I work with my hands. I work with my intention of cleaning the room. So that's how I work. And of course, you can do that too. You can cleanse your energy system by intending to cleanse it. It's quite easy to do it when you take a shower. You imagine and you intend to, it's like, yes, I clean my energy system as you're taking this shower. You can feel the water flowing on your body, and you can imagine that this cleansing pure energy of white light is just cleansing your energy system. You can also use selenite, which is a very good crystal, and also rose quartz is one of my favorites, and that is also of getting back to the core energy of divinity, of just feeling the unconditional love, feeling that energy of the rose quartz. So selenite is one of my favorite. You can use selenite and just do like this, cleansing your energy system. I sometimes use my hands, since I am working with cleansing energies in my work, in my healing work. I use that on myself, just cleaning out my energy system. It's like brushing your energy hair in a way, because it's like energy channels going. It's like brushing your hair, washing your hair, and brushing it. So of course you have to take care of your energy system, and I forget that too, because just go out into the city and then you go home, and I wonder, why am I so tired? Also, what you can do to cleanse your energy system is to just ask or say out loud, like, everything that isn't mine and isn't beneficial for me, please leave. Leave my energy system. It doesn't have to be so complicated. And also take back what is yours, because you leave your energy at different places where you go, and it's also important to take back your power, to take back your energy. So you can just state that, if you want to say it out loud, or just say it for yourself in your head, just everything that isn't mine and isn't beneficial for me, please leave. Leave my energy system. And now I take back all the energy that is mine. And you can actually, if you're sensitive, you can feel this. You can feel that energy is leaving you, and then you can feel that some of your energy when it comes back. So that's very very good as well. And as you said, don't go to London. That's the easy way to go. So I hope that was a good answer for your question as well. And some other comments from Facebook. Yeah, there was one person writing on one of the upgrading days that, God, my ears are ringing so loud. And I think that Annette was commenting like that as well. But I just want to say that it's very common for the ringing in the ears, because it's very, it's a very high pitch, and that's corresponding to the high frequencies of the energies that we are working with to upgrade your energy system. So yeah, this was a beautiful comment on Facebook. Dear Zoe, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for such unique and amazing journey. I'm completely another person than I was 21 days ago. I have become very calm, stronger, centered, peaceful, and above all, I'm full of enthusiasm, energy, happiness, and joy. Forever gratitude for rising me up from my own ashes. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so grateful for being in that process, assisting you in that process. So thank you. And another wrote something like this. Thank you. It's been a roller coaster of everything, emotions, feelings, physical pain. And thank you. It was made for our healing and healing of Mother Earth. God bless you all. It was an honor to be part of this group. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, we're doing this for the Earth as well, of course. Yes, thank you for reminding us. And yeah, here we have a longer email. After listening to the second feedback again, the deep tingling and numbing of the first week had passed. Slowly, a type of death for me, not even being able to do daily activities. As the image exercise suggested of a prayer position of surrender was also my what do I need to do question, gave me more of a perception of yang to a more yin and feminine principle. Surrendering upright, heavenward was a different experience than downward, surrendering to the earth. Thank you for that reflection. That was a very, very interesting comment that, I was guiding you to surrender, surrender yourself like downwards in a way. As I'm doing that position, that prayer position, sitting on my knees and my forehead to the ground, of course, it's a connection to the earth, but I can also, at the same time as I do this, it's like an opening and to more like the masculine principle as well. But of course, there's a totally different experience. I'm just elaborating a little bit. I just have to try, it's a different experience to surrender yourself like this, going upwards, like I receive you. I receive this divine energy. And then doing like this, it's like an opening more. If you're doing this prayer position, it's like an opening of you surrender yourself. It's like a relaxation. It's a total trust. It's a total relaxation and an opening of your energy system when you do like this, to open for the energy for the divine energy to flow through you. So. But I love that one as well, surrender. It's not more like I feel that is more like a receiving. I receive you, but you're still, it's not, maybe you're not very tense, but it's not a relaxed state, like, oh, I just surrender. I just, let go of all resistance to everything. I just, just let me be this tool for you to flow through me. Let me just be led by you. I say you, but to me, that's the creative energy, like source energy, that we surrender to and just open up to guide us and to make us be this tool or this channel for this energy to flow through us. So thank you for that that reflection. Yeah, it was a very, very nice reflection. And it continues. It felt like a living, dying experience as the days had progressed. Unconditional love, and then I don't really understand sometimes what you write, but you also continues as fractals of personalities and patterns appear during some of my daily healings, feeling compassion. So I can see that the experience differs from the different days. Hearing you share that in your second week webinar, you had given my confirmation to some of my inner experience, because I had been feeling inadequate, invalidated, in not feeling what I was reading or hearing from others about the 21-day healing program. Yes, and that's why I'm doing these webinars, because I know that your experiences are so different. They are similar, of course they're similar, but I know they can differ a lot. And that's so important, that it's supposed to be like that, because it's individualized for you, exactly where you are in your life and what you need. So yes, no need for feeling inadequate or invalidated, please. And finally, my energy had returned as the last week progressed, thank God, and feeling and seeing different perceptions unfolded, time which drew my attention very inward in the beginning and expanded and pushed forth in different ways as the period progressed. So it's nice that you're so what do you say, like connected with yourself and connected with this process, and really, really good work. I can feel these shifts in you and shifts in the energies, and you're so aware, and I love that, because it will be very beneficial to you when you listen that much and when you observe that much. Yesterday, as the day's focus was upgrading higher frequencies, my head began to really hurt in a different way. I returned to a dark place in thinking, oh, is this it now? Death, tumor, fears? I played with the thought of my higher medical specialists adjusting and fine-tuning and reprogramming my inner self. Those pains I did not experience the next day. Thank you. So it's also very good to, as you did, just asking for help, and okay, I feel this hurt in my head and it doesn't feel good, and yeah. Thank you. And continues here, trust, falling into trust, even though I have carried a project of 38 years. This is the person who was in a very severe car accident, I think now. I'm not really sure, because my ascension brain is sometimes, I don't really remember things, but I think so. This person was a really, very severe accident. And so even though I have carried projects of 38 years, realized that in reality, I only believed in God. In God, I trust to an extent. No matter how far on the path I have walked, there's always more to go. Yes, I think we all can recognize ourselves in that. And this is the most important quality that I can say that I have experienced. I really appreciate the simplicity yet depth of consciousness of your work. Thank you for saying that. This is something that I hear quite often, that I do very simple exercises, very, very simple, but they're so profound and so deep and transforming. I feel more the feminine energy and receiving and giving, the purity of love from the deep heart, as well as observing and feeling more of nature. Thank you. It has been quite a process which I was intuitively drawn and appreciate deeply. I feel on the other side again in a different way. I know that the process continues. Thank you. I will listen to what more you have to say and share. Thank you so much. And then you had some questions. I know that you asked something about my book that I wrote with Jack Canfield and others. On my English website, we have the PDF that we sell. And at the moment, it's only the PDF that we sell on that website. And you were also asking about redoing the 21-day healing program. I will talk about that later. And you were asking if it costs anything. No, it's totally free. You don't have to pay anything more, of course. And I have yet to complete payment from this session because I have split payments. Yes, okay. And also, but yeah, about that split payments, I know that some people have split payments, and that's totally fine. I usually don't do that, actually, because I think it's important, you know, this energy exchange, that you do that from the beginning. But I really wanted to try this as I was collaborating with Benarion at the Awakening University. So we decided to try it out. It's also important that you, of course, pay the second payment, not just you, but though for all of you who decided to go on split payments, not because we need the money, because of you doing the process. Because what you give is what you get, right? So just bear that in mind. So if you feel like, yeah, I want to try this program, but no, it doesn't give me anything, and you have just paid one payment, well, yeah, that's probably because you didn't pay the whole thing. So it's all, I think you understand what I mean. This energy exchange is really important. You give something and you get something. And yeah, so I just wanted to mention that as well. Okay, dear Zoe, and thank you, because I believe that coming in contact with you will no doubt change my life. This week has been emotional. I have cried. I have deep desire for God, oneness, and enlightenment. At the same time, I have feelings of expectations, as if something great is about to happen for some reasons, and I don't know why. I love that. If you have it, it's almost like, you know, being a child on Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, or if you have a good experience about Christmas. I know some people don't, but it's like being a child on Christmas, like, oh, I wonder what's in all the Christmas gifts. And it's like you have this expectations, like something great is going to happen. And yeah, of course it's going to happen, something great. I know that we are in a deep and cleansing and transformational process on this earth at this moment. So there's probably going to be quite intense and not very pleasant to some extent as well. So just want to say that, but you already know that. Let's see here. Yeah, you say also, in my desire to have another 21 days healing if possible. Thank you ever so much. Thank you. Of course, there will be other 21-day healing programs with different themes and different schedules. So I will talk about that in a second as well. Thank you so much, both of you. I found this one of the most helpful healings I have done. Thank you, Zoe, and all your helpers, and thank you, Annette, for answering all my sometimes daft questions so fully and kindly, both in here and by email. Love to you all. Thank you so much. Yes. What would I do if I didn't have my assistants? Yeah, I couldn't do without them. Dear Zoe, first of all, I would like to express my utmost appreciation to you and the incredible healing team that was with me through this entire 21-day journey, which I just completed. I'm so grateful for the extremely high vibrating and strong energies. It is just what I needed at this time in my life. I feel very energized, enlightened, and content, and a few ailments have disappeared. Wow, I'm so happy about that. Great. I ordered the rose quartz heart and the 533 clear quartz crystal on September 25th, hoping to receive the 533 crystal on day 16, the first day of the upgrades. Well, I am exhilarated to tell you that the order arrived at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, October 2nd, which was the first day of the upgrades. A miracle indeed. So I was able to use the 533 crystal for all the upgrades. That is just, I just love that. It's just awesome. Today I also purchased the DNA activations, the codes of Atlantis. And here are my questions. You said in the live webinar too, that if you had a quartz crystal, you can place one on your forehead forehead by your third eye, or one on your heart. Or if you have 2 quartz crystals, you can place one on your forehead and one on your heart. And you then say that if you have the 533 crystal, you can place it on your heart. My question is, can you also place the 533 crystal on your forehead as well as on your heart, or only on your heart? Can you alternate the placing of it on the forehead and the heart? Yeah, I stopped there. Yes, you can. You can alter the placing, but I would say that they're pointing to the heart all the time, because it's good to have it on your heart. Yes. Let's see if they can show me. The activation, like the ascension process, is more concentrated on the heart, you know, expanding the heart, and the awakening is going through the heart. And the pineal gland, the third eye is connected to the pineal gland, as you probably know, and the pineal gland is important as well, but it's just a receiver of energy, because the frequencies, the high frequencies, is received, the pineal gland is receiving the frequencies, and it goes directly to your heart. That's the way for it to go, and because the frequencies wants to come to the heart. That's the center of the ascension process. They never said that before. It's like, yeah, that's the center of the ascension process. That's like the goal for the energies to come through. So it's also good to have the 533 crystal on your heart. It's like leading the way. Also, if you had used a quartz crystal on your heart, it's like leading the energy to the heart. It's like saying, hey, go here. So I would say the 533 crystal, not should, but it's the best place to place it on your heart, because you want to work on all the frequencies, the ascension frequencies wants to go to the heart and work from the heart in the ascension process to awaken you. Okay, so I think that clarified it a little bit. Let's see here. If you do not use the 533 crystal on a chain around my neck, how do I use it going forward now that I have finished the 21-day healing? Where do I place it, and during what activities? I know that, I think there was a guy writing this, and I know that some guys think that this is quite feminine, and I do agree with that, but there's a lot of men in Sweden and Scandinavia here who wears it. You can wear it like under your shirt if you don't want to like show it, if you feel it's too feminine. I don't know if that's the thing, but I just wanted to say that. But if you're not able to wear it, maybe you have a work that doesn't really allow you to have any jewelry on, you can put it in your pocket, but that might be a risk of, you know, damaging it, break it somehow, because it's, you know, when you sit down and you forget about it, and it's like, you know, it cracks. So it can be quite risky, and sometimes, you know, people put it in the bra, but I assume that you don't wear a bra. But that's also something that you can do. But so yeah, you can wear it, like you can have it in your pocket. You can also meditate on it, like putting it on your heart, just holding it on your heart and meditate. Do the heart meditation, for example, and maybe like an extended version of the heart meditation. So you put it on your heart. You can lay down on your back and put it on your heart. And you can also, what I should suggest, put it in your hand and meditate and see if you can, you know, connect with the source of this energy. I haven't talked about this, but there is a ship, a mothership, UFO, so to speak, where this energy, like this energy, the golden frequency is in this container, and this ship is very well guarded in a way. So see if you can connect with that, or just connect with the energy that is inside the 533 crystal, this crystal. So so just hold it in your hand and you just meditate on it. And yeah, so that's my suggestion. But of course, most people that I've been having this crystal in Sweden for I don't know how many years. It's since 2014, something like that. So it's almost been 4 years, I think. Most people are having them like on their like in the neck, like a necklace, or even lower. Some people are wearing it a little bit lower, in a longer necklace. But most people just by the heart. Yeah, the PDF for the 533 crystal states that you should be used that it should be used in moderation due to the strong energies. What could be the side effects if you are using it too much? Thank you so very much for your responses. Love and light to all. Yes, it should be used in moderation. This 533 crystal, because the golden frequency is a very strong energy, as you said, and if you use it too long, some people have emailed me and saying that, oh, I didn't listen to your advice, I used it too long. You can be very spaced out. So if you feel like you're getting dizzy, you're feeling a little bit nauseous, you're getting very spaced out in a way, sometimes you can get like a, if you're wearing it around your neck, you can have this like small burn of your skin. It has happened, you know, it has happened. This woman, she just got it on a Friday, and she didn't read the paper that came with it, and she just went to her cottage on the countryside, and she wore it for like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then when she came back, she looked at her chest, and it was all red, like over here. She's like, what? And then she read the papers, like it should be used in moderation. It's like, okay, maybe I should read this. So you can feel spaced out, you can feel dizzy, and it's like very shaky because the energy is very strong. So if you feel something like that, you're just putting it off, ground yourself, and you can put it on the next day. I suggest you to put it on for like 5-10 minutes maybe at a time, and when you start, and then you can go up slowly upwards. And the goal is to wear it all day long, not sleep with it, but to wear it during the daytime. That's like the main goal for it. Okay, so yeah, the same person writes in, dear Zoe, I just did the free healing session for the first time. Yeah, that was yesterday. The one that you offer first Sunday of every month from 8 to 8:30 p.m. It was really great, and I experienced a lot of energy surging throughout my body, and a lot of tingling as well. I want to thank you and express my deepest appreciation and gratitude. Also, I neglected to tell you in my last email that I was using the 533 crystal pendant, alternating it on my heart and my third eye during the last 6 days of the 21-day healing program, as well as using it during the free healing session tonight. I took the liberty to do so until I got clarification from you. I hope it's okay. Once in a while, the pendant slipped off my forehead, but it never slipped off my heart. Many blessings, love and light. Yeah, and that's exactly what they told me here, and that's it should be used on the heart, but that's the most appropriate place to place it, on your heart and not on your third eye. You can, if you want to, use it on your third eye, but so that's why the pendant slipped off your forehead. Of course, maybe it's due to your skull, and you know, it's easier to slip off, but crystals do slip off when it's like the wrong place, where you place it on the place that you shouldn't place it, or if you're done with it, if you're had enough of it, it just, you know, pops up. It has happened so many times with this 533 crystal. People have written in so many times telling me like, yeah, it's slipping off all the time. I'm trying to meditate with it, and it's just bumping. It's just slipping off my body. It's like, yeah, because it's too strong. You should listen, you know. So if it does slip off, just let it be on the ground. Just don't force it to go back. Okay. So it's just that if it just it's different if it falls off, and that's, you know, you can feel like it's gliding away and it falls off. That's a totally different thing. But as I can understand from you, it's like almost like it's jumping, because crystals do jump. You know, they do jump. So also a little bit of summary from some of the emails that I've got. I have aches and pains in different parts of my body. Is this because of the upgrade? Yeah, that's very common to have aches and pains because you're changing your physical body with these energies. Can my coworkers or people around me feel the energies that surround me now? Yeah. I mean, maybe they're not really aware of it, but I've heard that so many times that people like coworkers and other people, or like family, they see a difference, and also they can experience an upgrade even though they're not aware of it. But maybe their partners, you know, all of a sudden the partner is so much happier, or whatever, the relationship is getting better because, you know, that the person who did the 21-day healing program is changing, and because you're living so close to each other, of course that is, you know, going to that other person as well. And so it's contagious in a way. The 21-day healing program is contagious. Yeah, it's something similar in this email. My girlfriend says I'm calmer now and that I've got a new facial expression. That's nice. Some experiences here. Thank you so much for the healing and the powerful energies. So much has happened. A lot of cleansing and detox symptoms, coolness, migraine, immense tiredness, a lot of sweating, and having to go to the bathroom. Yeah, because there's, yeah, a lot of detoxing symptoms. I think this was from the first week. Another one, right, in the last couple of days, I've been feeling much stronger and calmer. That's nice. And first and foremost, I'd like to thank you so much for these 3 fantastic weeks. I didn't want it to end. It has been so beautiful to experience and feel this calming, secure, and loving energy. Thank you. Yeah, I got this red spot, almost like a bruise on my heart chakra. So it feels like they've been working there a lot. The bruise disappeared after a couple of days. Yeah, it can be like that because you're going through different, you know, like energy surgeries. So it can actually show on your body, on your skin, like they have been working. You can see, like, sometimes I think there was this woman who saw like a scar somewhere. That was many years ago. So yeah, it does show on your body. Another one, I've been having a burning sensation in my feet every time I receive the healing. And thank you for an amazing journey. It has been really up and down, left and right. There was someone who wrote in that. And yesterday I got totally knocked out and still haven't fully recovered. It's because the energies are very strong, and sometimes, you know, it's good to I haven't told this group this because sometimes when you do the upgrading the last week, it's good to have a break in between because it's quite strong. Another one wrote in, thank you for these 21 days of healing. It's been amazing, and I've had some cool experiences. During the upgrading days, I felt powerful energies integrating. I got such a feeling of relief after those days. I'm so happy to have released the old and welcomed the new. The other day, they were working on the energy flow in my legs. I saw big air bubbles flowing down my legs and out to my feet. I experienced it as giving birth. At the same time, I heard a voice saying, now it's time to go forward with what you are here to do. I like that one. When they're, you know, encouraging and coaching you, I really like that. Okay, another person. About the upgrade, my whole brain expanded and there was pressure in my head. It was almost difficult to keep my head up. And I could feel there was a lot of energy, a strong connection to it, and I could feel the information that was downloaded in me. Another person wrote that I have not been feeling well, almost vomiting, and that's because the upgrading energies are so strong. Another person wrote, during the first week, I was totally tired and exhausted for a day. Then after that, I've been coughing like never before. The second week was more calm and I felt more tiredness and fatigue. Nothing about the third week there. Another person wrote about sugar cravings. I'm so proud that I haven't had any candy, potato chips, and chocolate. I've gone to the grocery store 3 days in a row now and I don't have any cravings. And yesterday I was in a bakery and I only wanted a cup of tea. Didn't want anything else. I'm so proud. And this is because, you know, the deep cleansing that we did, especially the first week. Because then it's quite common for the cravings to disappear. But it's also good to be very, to observe yourself after this process, because if you have a tendency to have these cravings, it's quite easy, you know, to go back, especially when something difficult happens in your life and you start eating your sugar again. So also you have to work on your mental part. I felt a lot of joy and happiness and just want to hug everyone and everything. That's nice. Go on and hug everything and everything. I like that one. Hug everyone and everything. Just, oh yeah, going to work and I hug my computer. Oh, not that one. Whatever. More love to the world. Doesn't matter if you're hugging your computer or your colleagues or whatever. Another one wrote in, I had such a powerful experience yesterday. I felt how the energy was powering through intensely, like waves in my body. I perceived it as the energy was working on my heart, stomach, and legs. There was a lot of activity in my forehead, in the third eye, and I got to see and understand that there are blockages in my left arm, and that has been there for many, many lifetimes. Traumatic memories since the Bronze Age. Okay. My hand has been cut off, among other things. When the intense energy was working on my arm, I could feel an enormous amount of pain as my arm was lifted up and rotated back and forth. It was so cool. Afterwards, the pain was gone and only some soreness, just like after having real surgery. Yes, wow, that's interesting, you know, experiencing injuries from past lives. It has happened many times before. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. So, okay, that was all the emails that I wanted to share. So now I want to just briefly give you some, give you my thoughts of after this 21-day healing program, what to do and what to think about. So most of you have finished the program now. I think most of you have did it. I think there's one person who started off 1 week later, so that's totally fine. So what can you do after this 21-day healing program? So first of all, the integration process is very important to continue to just be with what is, and the energies are still working on you from this process. And I would say for about 2 weeks for you, this group, it's different from group to group, but the integration will be lasting about 2 weeks. So it's important for you to rest and, you know, take walks, drink a lot of water, to contemplate maybe on your journey and what's going on in your life. If you like to write, you can just sit and journal something and about your situation in life and what you feel. and be in nature, go for walks, and because the journey will continue. So you can just be with this for about 2 weeks, I would say, consciously. Because it's, you know, the energies are, as I said, the energies are working with your body and your energy system in this transformational process for a while. So it's like you receive all these energies, and now you are, you know, integrate them, and they will establish in your body. And about the heart meditation, it's really good to continue doing that as your daily practice. That is something that I truly recommend. You will, of course, have access to the heart meditation forever, as long as we have internet. And so please continue to do that, because that's very nice to do, and to keep contact with your heart. And as I said, you can do this program once more, or as many times as you want, as you want to. Just follow your intuition. And but I suggest that you, as I said, you wait for 2 weeks before you do any of the sessions once again. And you can do parts of the program. You can do one particular day if you feel like, yeah, I need to work on the trust thing, and or the detoxing days, or maybe you want to do the whole process, or just the last week, whatever. Just follow your own intuition. So now I see it like this. It's like each session of the 21 Day Healing Program, it's like a package of energy. It's like a package that for you to receive. So you can do this whole process once more. You can do it many times more, but I would say in once more is enough for you. So it's like a package that you receive. There might be some leftovers, so to speak, some energies that you haven't received yet from the different packages. So the upgrades, for example, they have this certain frequency for this particular 21 Day Healing Program, and you can receive them once more. But after a while, you will probably notice that the sessions from this particular program won't give you that much. You're not really feeling anything, and then you're done with it. So I would say doing this program once more is enough for you, but you don't have to. It's just if you feel like if you feel like doing that. And once again, you don't have to pay anything for it, because you have this program. You have the schedule. You just lay down, do the whole thing once again. So of course, I will be doing another 21 Day Healing Program with another theme in 2019. I don't know when exactly, but I'm planning on doing that, of course, in English. I will be doing one in Swedish, so if you understand Swedish, you can do that process with me in November, starting, I think, on the 5th of November. And I'm also planning on doing my detox healing program for you in English in 2019. Probably will start in January, but I'm not sure. And that in the detox healing program, we work with your physical body in detoxing. So we're cleansing out parasites, viruses, bacteria, etc. We're working on different organs and different systems, like your kidneys, your liver, your lungs, circulatory systems, working on heavy metals and your brain, and things like that. So it's a very, very effective program. And it's a 10 video session program, and every video is about 30 minutes. So I will probably release that program in the beginning of 2019, and just look on the website and in the newsletter. And so I will give you update through that. And one program that is already up and running is the 5-day healing program, with 5 video sessions of about 15 to 20 minutes each. So I've just done this in Sweden, in Scandinavia, and it's been very, very helpful, and a great healing journey for many people. So I just it's available already for you as well. So it's called the 5-day healing program with the angels. So I'm working with the angelic realms in this healing program. So it's a little bit softer, calmer energies, but they go very deep. So, and the schedule, we're also working with, purification with the angels. We're working on strengthening your energy channels, integration of the new powerful ascension energies, also falling into total trust with the higher realms, and the unconditional love from the angels. So there is a theme for each of the 5 days with the 5 videos. And also I will give a feedback webinar after the process. So for you who are joining, who have been joining this program, you will have a discount. So you will get a link in your email after this this webinar. So I will post a link in the email, and you can read more about it, and you can read some of the participants that has been through this program, and more about the program. And I have this introduction video as well. And I know that some people have mentioned and have already taken part of the DNA activations, and that's what I've been talking about, the 533 crystals with DNA upgrading codes. So just go ahead and read about that. I will post a link in the email as well. You can go through, you can just click on that, DNA activations, and read about it on my website as well. And it's there, you don't have to do it right away. So please just have 2 weeks off. But just want to be clear on the 5-day healing program with the five videos. The discount will be for 1 week for you guys who are in this program. So until 15th of October, the discount will be for you. And so just click on the link in the email and you will see what's there. So if you don't have any other questions, I think we're all done for today and for this 21-day healing program. It's been an amazing journey for me, and I'm so grateful. I am so grateful, because I've been longing. My soul has been longing for doing this for so many years, but now was finally the time to share this program with other people around the world, so that we can do this upgrade of ourselves and help Mother Earth in this ascension process. We're helping ourselves, we're helping our brothers and sisters sharing this earth with us. When we do this process. So I'm so grateful that you took part in this program, and I hope I will see you hopefully live someday. I will probably go to the States in February to this fair in Los Angeles in February. I will probably write about that in the newsletter, of course, as well. So take care of yourself. Take really good care of yourselves now, and rest. Drink a lot of water, and go out in nature. So, and take care of yourself. And I'll see you. Bye. Bye.